Hey guys, so it's Jazzy right here, and I'm back with another video. So I just filmed my clothing haul. Now I'm not posting that tonight. It might be this weekend because I gotta edit it. Okay. But I will be posting like sneak previews. So I took pictures. But the, the video is coming soon. Okay. But this video, we're gonna be talking about something I saw on Instagram, and it just made me go, you know, um But before I even get into that, just make sure you comment, subscribe, like the video, um, because we're going up this year. There's only one way to go, and that's up. Okay, we're not going down. Now, the video basically talks about how, like, basically you wanting to fix people and solve problems and this and that comes from trauma. And basically, it's because you saw your family or something that was broken and you wanted to fix it but you couldn't because you were a child, and or maybe you felt like no one would listen to you. So now when you meet people and you notice they're in the same predicament and it's something you've seen before, you want to try and fix it. And I literally had a moment when I'm like, that's what I do that. And the thing about it is I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. And I looked at it as, oh, I'm just trying to help you because I've seen this happen before with my family and they chose to do X, Y, and Z, and look at them now. I don't want you to end up like that. But that's kind of toxic because then it kind of it kind of looks like you're kind of like you're trying to control a situation that really has nothing to do with you. So that's why when the other person chooses to do something else, you take it personally because it is not because it's weird to explain because it's like you take it personally. It's not because you told them to do something. It's just the simple fact they're going to end up in that situation and they're going to end up effed up. And I know they're going to end up effed up. But what I've come to learn and what I come to realize, that's probably the right phrasing, is that there's nothing wrong with being there for somebody, but to be there doesn't necessarily mean you have to do something. It doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I gotta make your problem my problem. Sometimes just being a support system to someone, to be an ear for someone else, to be that shoulder for someone else, that's pretty much what I've come to realize that that's what I have to start doing in some situations because my problem is because I care too much and I don't want to see the people I care about, fall into a bad toxic situation. But sometimes when you step in and you try to tell somebody what to do and how to handle a situation, you could be blocking them low key because you don't know how many times that person's been in this situation, and maybe somebody came and stepped in just when they was about to learn something from the situation. You came in, you stepped in, and you pulled them, so now they're going to go through the same thing over and over. And I don't want to say too much, but let's just say I know people that I've tried to drill in their head and they didn't listen, right? And they saw the situation for what it was. They saw that, wow, Jazzy knew what she was talking about. I wish I would have listened, but I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, you know what? Maybe you had to see that for yourself because I'm that type of person. And it's kind of hypocritical for me to come in and be like, you need to get out of this situation. You need to get out. He's no good. She's no good. I don't even do that. My mother is the first person that would come to me and be like, "You need to leave him alone," and I'm like, "Ma, you don't know. I you're saying that, but that may not be what it is. I have to see it because I have to see it for myself. Even though deep down inside, I know she's right. I know she's telling the truth. But I have to see it for myself. Like, sometimes I think maybe this is one of those times where she's wrong, you know? And that's hypocritical for me to go to my girls. They'd be like, you need to leave, you need to leave, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to. Because things happen for a reason. You come across people for a reason. You're in situations for a reason. How many times, I don't know how many times you've been in that situation. I don't know your situation. I don't even know for what you told me. So it's one of those things where it's like you want to help somebody, but sometimes to help them, sometimes you gotta just be there for them. That's all you can really do, you know. And it's, you don't want them going through that again. So sometimes they have to see the situation for what it is, and when they do, they're gonna get out, and then they're gonna, you know, it's not even that I want the credit. It's just the fact that I just want you to be okay. But sometimes, and I can even attest to this. Sometimes I have a tendency to try to control things that are beyond my control. And it's not because, oh, I want to be in charge and I'm the boss and I want to, I, every, whatever I say, go. No, it's not like that. It's more so like, I just don't want you to fall victim to this. I just don't want you to fall victim to that. But what I have to realize is people are different from me. People handle things differently. People handle grief differently. People handle a lot of things differently. And sometimes me trying to stop you from doing something is just as bad as me enabling somebody else. Because sometimes in some situations, you gotta just let it be and hope that they wake up. Hope that they wake up, and if they don't, it's just be there for them. And I know that that comes from childhood because I grew up living in a house with my mom and my grandparents and, you know, my uncles, and there was always chaos. There's always chaos, you know. And I remember being a kid, and I used to like force my grandparents to apologize because I didn't like the fighting. I didn't like the fight. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny because they didn't argue. They argued like people who've been married for a long time. That's how they argue. But no child wants to see that, you know. Um, there was a lot of things I wanted to fix. Even when it comes to um, my mother and my father, if you want to call him that. Um, I never wanted them to be together. Ew. Because I always knew as a child, she probably can't stand him and he probably can't stand her. I don't want them together. But they should at least come together so they can raise me, even if it's separately. So, I don't know. I would look at my mom and look at my grandmother. Ooh, I almost knocked out one of these. It looked like I would look at my mom, my grandmother, and, my uncles and my cousins and everybody and just think, you know what? They got potential. If I can just change that, if I could just fix that, they will be perfect. But that's the problem. Nobody's perfect. And you put so much time and energy into fixing somebody else that you forget about yourself. You end up draining yourself. That's why I was in a situation with my ex. That's why I was in a situation with my ex best friend, because I wanted to fix them. I felt bad for them and I wanted to fix them, especially with my ex best friend. Like I enabled her behavior. That was possibly the worst thing I ever done, because she felt like, because I can walk all over Jasmine, she's enabling my behavior, so I can get away with doing a lot with her. And the day when I told her no, that was a shock to her system. The day I set my boundaries and stepped and put my foot down, that scared her. So she taught me to not enable somebody and to set those boundaries, because I did not have any. Sometimes to fix a situation, that's what you do. You set the bar. You set those boundaries. Self love, like boundaries is self love. Sometimes to be a shoulder to lean on, that could be loving. That could be loving behavior. It doesn't always require you to put on your Superman cape and fly out the window and kick ass. You know, you don't have to always do that, though you want to. You want to, but you can't. Not in every situation. Sometimes you just gotta just take a step back from it and just think, you know what? I'm gonna just be there. And even if I don't agree with whatever decision, I'm still gonna be there for you because I love you. I'm not gonna blow it up in your face and be like, I told you so. I told you to listen. I told you. I don't need, honestly, I only do that with little situations. Just little situations that don't mean anything. Okay? But if it's something like if you're truly hurt from a situation, I am not going to say I told you so. Because that kind of looks like you're kind of happy it didn't work out and you want the credit for being right. No, I'm going to be there for you. And I'll have enough anger for the both of us, you know, or the three of us, or whatever the situation is. So that's honestly how I feel. And to watch that video, I'm like, I do that. That makes so much sense. I don't know, man. It's these Instagram slash TikToks be giving me so many downloads. I'm just like, that's crazy. I know that this is something that I do. I make other people's problem my own problem. I'm trying to fix people and I'm trying to help people. So I will take your pain and I will feel the pain. And it's just like to kind of help out, but that hurts me. So that's why it's like it's okay to be there for people. It's okay to give advice and stuff, but you gotta learn how to kind of just separate from it. And the thing is, it's like we're not here to fix people. We can't fix people unless you're a doctor, unless you're a lawyer, unless you're a counselor. No. unless you are a mechanic, your job is not to fix anybody. And that's the narrative when it comes to, especially with black women, is fixing someone. And that's not our job. We have a hard enough time loving ourselves and being there for ourselves. We don't have the energy for anybody else. We don't have the energy. We have so much to be strong. Because you know, black women have that label, and I'm kind of tired of the label. We're strong. Black women are strong, and they can take anything, which I feel like that perpetuates the idea that black women can take abuse and everything else. Black women can take it. They strong. They can take it. They ain't weak. But the thing is like, and also to be a strong black woman in certain people's eyes, that's masculine, you know? So it's like, and that's a negative thing for them. So what I will say is we have a hard enough time being strong for ourselves. Like, to look in the mirror and say, I'm strong, because I don't even think I'm at that point where I feel like I'm strong yet, you know? People tell me I am, but I don't see it. Maybe it's because it's just me. I don't know. But I will say this. You know, if you can face yourself in the mirror and look at your own flaws, because people are so quick to talk about how other people are and their flaws and point out everything else. Have you looked in the mirror? Because you're right there and you're faced with everything. Your flaws, your battle scars, and it could be battles from other people or battles with yourself. And for some, that terrifies you to look in the mirror. If you could look in the mirror and find something you like about yourself, something you want to change, but you're okay with it, like you're comfortable in your insecurities, but you want to change them eventually, ain't nothing wrong with that. If you can do that, I would say you're pretty damn strong. But if you can't do that, you need to hush and you need to go in your room and grow some more. You're not there yet. And I know that's just judgmental what I just said, but what I'm saying is it's just we gotta be we gotta love ourselves before we can even love somebody else and be there for somebody else. We have to love ourselves. We have to. You want to find your twin flame. You want to find your soulmate. You want to achieve prosperity. You want to accomplish all your goals and follow your dreams. It starts with you. Stop trying to fix everybody. It's only going to drain you. Everybody can. So it's like fixing people who don't want to be fixed. That's like fixing a light bulb. You can't fix a light bulb. So don't even try. Don't even try to fix it. Or don't even try to fix something that's not broke. Or don't try to fix something that don't want to be fixed or don't need to be. Just don't. Just don't. Okay? It's okay to be there. It's okay to offer advice. But don't feel like you gotta fix it, because you can't. The only person who can really fix this situation is them. Not you, because it's not your problem. It's their problem. And that's what I gotta say. I hope I made some type of sense. So I don't know. But yeah, that definitely brought something in, that alerted something in me. And it's crazy because I kind of had like a breakdown last month, and it has something to do with that. So something to do with the topic at hand. So, and that's kind of what I'm practicing now, is to just be there for people and just to, not constantly feel like something has to be done. Just be there, because eventually either that person will see the light or they never will. But just be there. That's all you can do at this point. And that's it. So make sure you subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.